I go on and on. Can't understand how it lasts so long. I must have the superpower last 225,000 hours. What's my favorite word? Why you gotta say it like Ray? What's up, y'all? What it do, boos? How y'all feeling today? We're gonna get into this unlocking the doors to your blessings and really getting y'all ready to receive. Getting that receiving spirit, right? We about to get into that receiving. Cause yeah. But what's up? If you're new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back, y'all. Listen, I going through a transformation, right? I don't know if y'all going through one too, but in case you not yet, you about to in a few. So I'm just coming on here to talk to y'all real quick. I ain't gonna be before y'all long. Yeah, it's been a very focused time for me right now. But um through my transformation, I was listening through something, right? Because I had got like a new set of instructions, right? Something to do. I was supposed to do something, right? God told me, like, okay, it's time to start bringing this into your regimen, right? And that's what it really requires is preparing ourselves for whatever it is that we really want. You got to be in preparation mode, working while you're waiting, right? So I was like, man, how am I gonna do this? Like, how am I gonna break it down? Cause I'm so organized. It's like I need to see exactly how it's gonna plan out. I'm like a stickler for particulars, okay? So I gotta see how it all gonna look, how it's gonna work out, how I can fit it in. I gotta simplify it, right? For myself. So uh I heard this lady, I overheard a lady talking, and she was saying she waited 40 years for something. And I'm like, 40 years? How do you wait 40 years? I don't know. To have that kind of patience for something, I would be like, I give up on that. 40 years to wait? Well, thank you. Hey, my wife to be, if you want to be. No, thank you. I don't want to be. No, I don't want to be your wife. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. But I don't think you're ready to get it's the female pootie tang. Side eye tay. You said, will you try it? If that's your try, ooh. Y'all all talking crazy today. No, I can't marry you. No. Okay, anyway. Oh, thank you. Milan. I don't need you to do more. That's okay. Keep it to yourself. I don't need it. I don't want it, okay? I don't want it. But anyway, so the lady said she waited 40 years for her prayer to be answered. She's been waiting 40 years. She ain't got it yet. She's still waiting. And so I'm like, man, the way to really get things unlocked in your life is crucial. Like a lot of times we'll sit there and we'll be waiting for God to make a move when he get hold on, let me see if my Wi-Fi okay. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so in order to get the prayers answered that you're looking for, or your blessing, whatever it is, to be unlocked, you have to make sure that you do what God is telling you to do on your part, and in the preparation is it's individualistic. So whatever you may need, I may not need. Whatever I may need, you may not need. But he prepares you specifically for the journey that you're going on, for the assignment. Hey, Cuban. For the assignment that you're on, he prepares you with strategic instructions on what it is you should do, right? And how to implement it into your schedule. Now the good part about it is your highest best self will help you. right? If you work with your highest best self, that you know you already exist on that timeline, right? On a higher frequency. So if you can just get the help, work together to get to that place, everything will seem much simpler. We ask for things, and sometimes we ask for small things because we're not willing to put in the work that is required, that preparation in order to get us to that place, right? We're not willing, so we ask for small things that don't require much from us. To whom much is given, much is required, right? So it's going to require a greater sacrifice, right? When you think about the greats, some of the people who did great things in the world, it required a greater sacrifice than the average person, right? And we may not have seen their sacrifice, but we know it exists, and that's why we be too afraid to be asking for bigger things. But it's time to start asking for big things. And then also, I was talking to another lady. It was funny because the lady said she don't want to feel like she asking God for too much. Well, here's the thing: if you are on assignment, if you work for the Lord and you're doing God's will, how would you think that asking God for too much when He created everything? There's an abundance of things out there that's for you. Like, your energy is your currency. If you ask, you will receive. All of your answers are already yes and amen. You shouldn't be too afraid to ask God for what it is that you really want to feel like you're begging. That is your father. Think about having a rich father. Don't you know a rich father is more than likely going to spoil their child, but they're going to also be a good parent and teach that child as well. And that's the next part it comes into. No, I didn't know that. But the next part that comes into it is parenting, right? Being a good parent to yourself. Like, we have to parent our inner child. So different seasons of your life, you may not be required to do much, right? So just think about a baby. Through a baby phase, all you're doing is loving on the little baby, feeding the baby, putting the baby to sleep, right? It don't require a lot. But then as you go through the later stages, now it's time to start teaching the child, but also nurturing the child, playing with the child. You know, you playing with your inner child, you're nurturing your inner child, and then you're also disciplining your inner child. Cause one thing my grandma always told me, she said, you play with a child too long, they're gonna slap you in the face. Okay? So it's not just all catering to that inner child and giving your inner child everything that it wants, and letting it fall. Okay, well, I don't want to clean up. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. You don't want to do stuff because you catering to that inner child. And then that causes us to not be real with ourselves. We make excuses for our inner child or ourselves. We make excuses on why something can't be done. An excuse is nothing but a lie, right? So we be making excuses for our inner child. Oh, well, she didn't feel like it. We didn't feel like doing it today. We didn't feel like doing that. We didn't feel like change. It's kind of hard to change. Really what it is we basically saying we don't want to do it. We want to give the child the good things, the plan, but not really the discipline, right? And as my children got older, it was chore charts. Chore charts. There's got to be some form of organization to go on here to make everything run smooth, right? Because the ultimate goal of a parent is to teach a child to become self-sufficient, right? And to learn how to live without you, not to live to depend on you, because anything can happen at any given time, right? They lose their place when you play too much. Exactly. And that's when you get tired of them, especially if it ain't your kid. Oh no, you got to go on now. You to play too much, right? But when it's you, we make excuses. We make excuses for our little peanuts. Our inner peanut, we make excuses for that thing and don't want to really get serious about ourselves when that might be what's required in order to unlock that door to your next blessing, right? So if you know that if God is telling you to do something and it's convicting you or it's constantly showing up in your face, I think it might be a little bit time to start working on that. Yeah. Because next thing you know, it's going to start screaming at you. That's how you know you are supposed to be. And you can't get mad at God if the prayer don't get answered, the door don't get unlocked, your blessing don't come through for you. Because if you ain't did your part and you heard all of the signs screaming at you and you steady ignore them, then what can we expect? You know what I mean? So it's that preparation part. And then also, when it's time to receive, it's certain things that we don't open ourselves up to, right? Certain ways that we think, certain things that we say out of our mouth can block or hinder us from receiving the ultimate blessings that we want to receive, because we want it, right? You want it deep down in your core, but your mouth speaks something or your mind thinks something that is totally opposite of what you actually deserve. It tries to trick you out of it every time. It will try to trick you out of that spot. And you'll be like, okay, but I really want that, but nah, The enemy come in your mind, come in real slick. Nah, you don't need that. What if this happened? What if that happened? Or you start talking to other people. Well, I just saw this on the news. You better be careful. Or I just seen somebody else go through that. I did not come here to get gotten together. Girl, listen here. I had to get myself together, so only right did I get you together too, because I don't want you to mess up. I want you to get this blessing, okay? I want you to receive your blessing. I don't want you to be living a life of regret. I promise you. But if you go ahead and you take that little 1% effort every single day, you do 1% better every hour, every moment, every chance that you can get. When you know you're in a stagnant place and you got to get up and you just like, look, I got to force myself to do this. Force yourself to do it. Do that one little bit, 1%. Okay? And once you get in the middle of whatever it is that you have to do, you'll start to see that it's easy. I got finished with that quick. Why I did this? That wasn't that bad. Like, it's not that bad. It's the problem is sometimes getting started. The problem is really taking the time out to simplify it to a place, because some things can seem overwhelming. You ever been in a situation where you get the whole big overall picture and it can seem overwhelming and you be like, where do I start? You don't know where to start? Yes, 1% a day. That's it. And if you could do 1% better than you did yesterday, you winning. You 1% closer to where it is. And I promise you, through all my years of going through this and manifesting and talking to God, asking God for blessings, listen, the blessing always comes in when He knows you are ready, right? It never came in when I was still preparing myself. It always came in once you did everything on your part. And then, that's the seed time harvest, right? You plant the seed. And as you plant that seed, you water it by taking action and doing what God is telling you to do. By becoming the best version of yourself. Working with your higher self. Like, don't talk down on yourself. Speak highly of yourself, because that's what's going to get you to that next place. Your confidence is everything. Your confidence is going to carry you. Instead of us looking at situations like, I can't do it. No. Who else gonna do it but me? Huh? Ain't nobody out here, can't nobody do it like me. That's why God assigned me to this. What? Let me get to it. I'm a living testimony of His greatness, right? Because this book, play, poem, movie. All right. All right, now you got some greatness on the inside of you, honey. What you gonna do with it? And that's what they've been telling y'all about over the last couple of weeks. We've been talking about, even writing your book or starting a business, whatever it is that you want to do, unlocking blessings, whatever you need help with. The things that used to take 10 years to try to figure out and try to learn, and you ain't know where to start. You had to go to the library and look in the Britannica encyclopedias and stuff for where to start. And you get frustrated, right? Now we have AI. Make it your best friend. It will give you everything that you need, all the answers that you need. It will help you along the way. Make it your ally. Chat GPT. Make it your ally. What was once a crock pot meal is now a slow cooker. You're going to cook it way quicker now. Let it cook. So it can come much faster for you now that you, hey, oh, my sunshine, my only sunshine. But yeah, it can come much quicker for you if you utilize the tools that are available to us, right? And when the tools come, like if people telling you the tools and things, don't shun it because you prolonging the process, right? Just go ahead, look at it, even if you just look at it right now and be like, oh, what's this about? And I'll get back to it later. Trust me, your inner spirit is gonna be like, remember you said you were supposed to go back to that page and look at it again? Go look at it. You know, stop giving in to your flesh. Stop allowing your inner child to take hold and reign over your spirit, right? It has to be the form of balance there. So as long as you give that inner child play and nurturing your inner child and loving on it, you also have to give it the discipline, the organization, the necessary things to allow it to grow, not to stagnate your inner child, but to allow yourself to grow, right? Within. So you have to probably, most likely, allow that spirit man to control that flesh versus that flesh controlling that spirit. You said your confidence been, I lost so much, my man, a toe, a breast due to cancer, my weight, held my edges. Oh my goodness. Sorry to hear that, sis. Wow. That's all right. Because you know what? Like you said, that story that you got on the inside of you, it can still be used as a testimony to get you where you need to be, where God wants you to be, right? We all go through things, right? We all have a battle that we have to fight. And it's going to be for God's glory ultimately. But maybe God wants you to spread awareness, or maybe he wants you to build your confidence up so that you can go help spread confidence to the other people in those same, the people that have the same conditions that you have, right? And then also it's about getting down to the root of those issues. You know, what caused it? Because did you know that cancer was linked to inflammation, which was linked to stress? Yeah. I've been on my health kick, y'all. So let me tell y'all this. I've been on my health kick, right? And really learning about health. He said, yeah, my edges and it shall. But sometimes just going outside be a battle. I get it. But that's where, once you get up and you get out there, don't you feel good? When you let that sun hit your face, you let God just pour onto you. And get up every single day, no matter what. Fight. You got to fight. Don't give up. Keep fighting. That's right. All right, now. I like that in you. I like that. But, what's up, Ricardo? Ricky Ricardo. I love Lucy. But yeah. So the health thing, right? Let me tell you about the health. What was we doing with the health? So when you go to hospitals, right? The hospitals remind you of sick care. And the reason they call it sick care is because they're treating the sickness, not the root of your issues, right? So when you are going through, what is it called, Western medicine or what have you, they're practicing. They're simply practicing on you. You're welcome, Ricardo. And I don't know. So, but listening to the health and getting to the bottom of what's the root cause of these conditions, and we start working on those roots and those root causes, that helps tremendously. Like, say, for instance, diabetes, right? We know that diabetes is linked to sugar, and we think that it's linked to starch. But really, there's also a thing called nightshade vegetables, which is vegetables that I think grow above the ground. So, like your eggplants, your onions, your tomatoes, things like that cause inflammation. You could look it up, nightshade vegetables, or you could say nightshade. What foods are nightshades? If you Google it, and it'll tell you all of those foods. We're not supposed to eat them because they cause inflammation, and inflammation is directly linked to the main source. That's probably just why you're losing your hair, is because of the cancer, and the cancer is coming from the inflammation. What was that? And the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. But yeah, it's all linking each other to a certain thing, which links it to that organ. You know what I mean? And with the organs, it could be that your kidneys are weakened, right? Because it's overworked, or in certain conditions, I think with inflammation as well, is your liver is being overworked. So now you got to detox those things in order to revive it, versus giving you a pill or topical things to treat the surface. Like, that topical medicine is not treating the inner issues. You said Thursday tears, says for real. Thank you. This is the second time God has used you to minister to my heart. Wow. And that's not an easy task. Wow. Powerful woman of God. Praise God. I'm so glad God is talking to you. Listen, God is talking to you because you his special baby. He wants you to get it. He wants you to believe in him, that he can perform miracles. It's not where the world has taught us that miracles gonna come from, but it's also from, unconventional ways that we think is unconventional, but it's really the conventional ways. But it's also about detaching yourself from everything as well, because stress plays a major part of it. We need to control our caloric intake and fast to get rid of damaged cells. Wow. Okay. So we need to control our caloric intake, the calories. And then I was listening to something else that was saying, but I was listening to something else that said back in the 60s, your cholesterol could be at a 300. And that was normal because you needed that higher cholesterol in order to do something in the body. But now it's considered, if it's high cholesterol, they try to make it where whatever function it does at that high level, is supposed to help the body. But now once you get to a certain age, they'll think, oh no, it can't never get to 300, because they don't want the body to heal itself. They're looking they want you to depend on medicines to do it. But that's one thing or another, you know what I mean? Okay. And then knowing how long it take also for cells to repair themselves. Is it 21 days? Is it 21 days? How long do it take cells to repair themselves? It's either 90 days or 21. I'm not sure, but also learning that. So now that's another thing too, y'all. So that's part of self-love, right? I'm glad when I first started on this journey, I was thinking like, oh, self-care, self-care. Let me get my nails done. Let me get my toes done. Let me get a back massage. Let me get this. Let me take care of everything on the outside, right? We think about self-care as everything external to us, but self-care is actually self-love, right? It's also that self-love that we have where we are learning about ourselves. We're learning about how we were designed and how we are to operate, and how we have to, just as Ricardo said, we have to fast sometimes. And sometimes it's because it's a part of the evolution process, right? We have to be able to withstand what is outside of us, around us, right? So we have to we have to be open enough and spend a lot of time learning ourselves in order to grow. You said self-love. Here we go. I mean, shoulder shaking tears. Oh, oh my goodness. Yes, you got to love yourself. Because even though the world may reject you, guess what? They only reject you because you one of God's favorites. That's what happens. When they see a light shining on you from the world and they want to tear you down, and then when they tear you down, girl, they want to leave you there, okay? When you can't do nothing else for nobody and you stuck, now you're stuck there by yourself. The world forget about you, but guess what? God never forgets about you. So now you got to pick yourself back up. You got to love on yourself. You got to learn about yourself, and as you learn about yourself, that's going to build that confidence. Get in that mirror every single day and start talking to yourself, right? Get in that mirror and start telling yourself, listen, I am a child of the Most High God. I am the apple of God's eye. You were created with a purpose. And if God brings you to it, guess what? He will bring you through it. I'm going to tell you something. I went through a process. This is sharing my own personal story with you. I went through a situation where about 6 years ago, about 2019, I walked across the stage, the graduation stage, with an IV in my arm to give myself medicine. It was in such a bad place, okay? When I say I couldn't move, it was a battle getting up every day. When I tell you, it was so hard to pull myself together, okay? And I'm just being honest. I'm sharing my personal story with you. It was to the point where I had to put my bed in my living room so that I could navigate throughout the house, because I had 2 bathrooms in my house, okay? And it was hard for me to get up and down the stairs, but it was hard for me to get out the bed too. And I had to pull myself up out that bed every single day. For me to be able to sit here and talk to you and get up and move and be no, it wasn't this back then. I tell you that. So what it is God just wants to put you to yourself so that you can start healing yourself, repairing yourself, loving yourself, setting boundaries. Because usually the people that get the sickest is the ones who don't have boundaries, and they're so willing to help other people that they neglect themselves. Right? We neglect ourselves and we put so much into other people because of that lack of self-love that we wear ourselves down. And God is saying enough is enough. If it's up, then it's stuck. When we fast for more than 3 days, our body goes into a phase called, I ain't even about to chop that word up. Your body will naturally heal itself. We can experience this on a full stomach. We can. Okay. And then another thing too that I've learned from changing my eating habits. You got to change your eating habits, sugar. You got to. You can't put 87 in your body and 93 in your tank. You gotta change your eating habits, because when I used to eat, I used to love to eat. I used to eat out all the time. I was a foodie, okay? When I tell you that was what I did, cooking wasn't in my vocabulary, okay? But what I had to learn was, in my comfort of eating, like meals, not snacking, eating some food, okay? I had to learn, when I thought I was hungry, when my stomach started growling, that wasn't hunger pains. Them was either the parasites that was trying to fight itself, like, we hungry. It's making me think you hungry. It's the parasites wanting to eat, or it's just your stomach and your digestive system trying to say, okay, hold on, let me fix what you put in here, because half of the stuff we put in is more bad than good. So the organs have to, like, you know what I mean? The organs gotta process what you ate already. And honestly speaking, we gotta have we supposed to do number 2 after every meal. That's what's normal. I wasn't doing number 2 after every meal. When I was eating bad, oh baby, they gave me IBS. My IBS was used to be so bad that I used to have to take the medicine that they give you right before you go into surgery to clean you out. That's how bad mine was. But it was because of the food. And once I changed my diet, it all went away. That's why you got to get to the root of whatever it is that's plaguing the cancer. You said, okay, this gonna sound crazy, but I was in a car with a wealthy gentleman, and he was setting up a meeting room, and he said he want to temp 68. The fact that, no, the temperature, he changed my, When we're overloaded with sugar and carbs, we feel hungry for no reason. Exactly. Exactly. And our kidneys be like, slow down. Hold on. That's where fatty tissues come from and stuff, because it started to put it into the body in other areas. It's not functioning. And just think if it's overworking. You got to give your organs a chance to breathe by fasting. IBS, that's what they just said I'm dealing with. So yeah, your eating habits is off. That's all. You need to change yourself over. Matter of fact, what you probably need to do is go over to the AIP diet with no nightshades. Just did 8 days in the hospital. I know. I did 8 days in the hospital a couple weeks ago. And that's when I was like, enough is enough. Okay? Enough is enough. Because I know what to do. And every time I try to get me a piece of pizza, and I know I ain't supposed to have that piece of pizza, I tear myself up every time. I ain't supposed to eat them protective tomatoes. Oh, I don't even like tomatoes normally by themselves, right? But I know I'm not supposed to have tomatoes. But sometimes you just got that little urge. You want to do something you know you ain't supposed to do. And baby, baby, I paid for it too. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. So, yeah, the tomatoes is not my best friend. It's not my friend at all. Okay? And not to mention, I had tomatoes and I had chili. Don't tell on me. Don't tell on me, please. But I knew what I was getting myself into, but I had a taste for that. And I don't know if it was because, sometimes us women, we be having them cravings certain times. We just want what we want, I ain't no chocolate type person all the time to be always talking about, oh, I gotta have some chocolate. No, But I knew what I was getting myself into. And I quickly shaped back up. But yeah, you said protein, no pork. Green vegetables, protein, no pork, green vegetables, fruit, and clean water is all we need. What about our fibers? We need fibers too, right? The fiber is going to help us go too, ain't it? I love protein though. I like those protein bars. So like if you a snack person, get those protein bars. I can't think of the name that I got, but those protein bars are good. I ate spaghetti. It was the devil. See, it's that tomato. That tomato causes inflammation. Girl, yes. We are not supposed to be ingesting those fruits and those vegetables that grow in that manner. So you should try to look into the AIP diet, no nightshades, which is pretty much what he just said, which is protein, green vegetables, fruit, and clean water. You really want to get yourself into it because the thing I can say is this. Somebody got it out there worse than you, and you don't want it to be you. That's for sure. AIP, no nightshades. Yes. Tomatoes are acidic. Exactly. And I think the other nightshades are acidic too. That's why that acid is bothers the inflammation. Too much inflammation in your body leads to the cancers. Eggplants, um, onions. If you love onions, bell peppers, you cut it all out. You basically, like he said, you gonna eat them green vegetables and some fruit and water. And honestly speaking, I don't be as thirsty for regular water when I eat a lot of fruit. That is something about that H3O that just kind of quench my thirst. That H3O is very good for you. And I don't know if you're diabetic or not, but I'm just giving you what helped me. I'm not a doctor. Let me make that clear right now. I ain't a doctor, but I'm telling you what helped me, okay? Um, yeah, I don't know what I was about to say. H3O is fruit. That's the water that's in the fruits. Oh, I was gonna say if you're I don't know if you're diabetic or not, but so it's a difference. Like they say that fruits have sugar in it too, but the sugar that's in fruits is called fructose, right? That's the good sugar. That's the natural sugar that your body doesn't have to break down as hard. The glucose, which is the artificial sugar, right? The man-made sugars. That's what's bad for you, and that's what your organs have a hard time to digest and disperse and stuff, right? So yeah, that's pretty much, yep, no AIP, no nightshades. And just Google all nightshade vegetables. What are nightshade vegetables? And you will see a whole list of stuff. Matter of fact, let me do it while we on here. I'm gonna show you all the bad stuff that we ain't supposed to eat, but we eat it every day. And then another thing I've learned too, that the restaurants, because I used to go to the restaurants all the time, right? The restaurants cook with sunflower seed oil. You got to be careful with soy. Soy is bad for your system. That soybean is bad. Put slice, put slices of all the citrus fruits in your water with 2 mint leaves. This will clean the water and put natural mineral in your body. I'm sorry. So why do I keep saying that? So put all the citrus fruits in your water with 2 mint leaves, and this will clean the water and put natural minerals in your body. Yeah. And herbs. Herbs is good. Herbs is good for you. You just got to figure out which herbs that you need. I don't know what you need. You might need blood cleansers, herbs to detox. Lemons, limes, orange, and grapefruit. I hate grapefruit. That is like the nastiest of the nastiest of the nastiest. Ugh. I used to go down south, right? And when I used to be down south, they used to put sugar on top of the grapefruit. So I'm thinking, and they used to eat it like it was an apple. Ugh. And so I seen them put some sugar on the grapefruit, and I was like, well, I guess I tried like that. Oh, I can feel it right here. I can feel it. Oh, no. Oh, that is like the worst. But yeah, strawberries. So strawberries, lemons, limes, oranges, and what else are y'all that like the grapefruit? Okay. That's the citrus fruits that he talking about. Okay, so let me look up nightshades for y'all real quick. All right. Y'all ready? Okay, tomatoes. All right. Eggplants. potatoes. The potatoes. I don't know what capsicum is. We ain't never ate that in the hood where I come from. Sweet and chili pepper. All them chili peppers and stuff, peppers. Tomatillo, tomato, whatever, tomatotillo, whatever that is. That too. Um, why did I do that? Why did I make this whole thing? Okay, let me see. Eggplant, okra, goji berries, peppers. That's Tomilatolo's word again. Sorrel, whatever that is. Gooseberries, ground cherries, pepino melons, paprika, cayenne pepper. So if you eating any of those things, those are nightshades. You said, once this Dr. Measley told me you need to eat fish and veggies for the rest of your life. Now that made me have a Whopper with cheese and bacon and mayo. Now that I'm a little smarter, he was right. Yeah, but you got to be careful with that salmon too, because salmon, it's said allegedly that salmon has parasites in it, and it's some animals that eat the salmon, and what they do, they walk around with this long string outside of their body from the salmon, right? And that long string is the parasite. And just as it goes into that animal, if we ingest it into our system, yes, parasites. Y'all ever see the cows? Hold on, let me show y'all this. It's nasty. Let me show you this. Cause I turn you down. Look, I'll make you. Now, one thing I did, like a lot of meats, it's like, ugh, why did I see that? Ugh. But I can't get rid of the aborted fetuses yet. I can't get rid of the aborted fetuses, but the eggs and stuff. Hold on. Oh, they ain't doing it on. Hold on, wait a minute. I want another one where you can see it. Ugh. Hold on, y'all, cause I gotta show y'all this. You said no, cause I can't see. I know you ain't leave. Wait a minute. Where you go? Where you go, girl? Where you go? Okay, here it go. Wait, 411. Okay. Okay, so let me show y'all. Keep this to be nice and quick. When a hole big enough to let that all come out. There we go. Oh, that's the good shit right there. So Toby started out as an abscess. I mean, as a hematoma. Now, you know doggone well they ain't getting all that stuff out that cow, and we be sitting up there eating some steaks and some all that. Ooh, look. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And we put that in our bodies. We put that in our bodies. But we don't see that, right? And especially when you going through a large production plant where it's just like they on the line. It ain't like it's farm raised, and I don't know, but they just get that little antibiotic, which ain't working for the people either. But they pass it on, and they still cut it up and cook it and serve it to people. You said you wrong. You said I don't mess with pork like that, but I ain't never breaking up. Yeah, that was nasty. You just watch it, like watch them. Mm. Anyway, yeah, that's. Mm. But yeah, so if it's up to you. We're not supposed to eat that type of food if you're being honest about it. I know some people will make up things in the Bible that say, "Oh, if you just pray over it, everything gonna be all right." But it's just some things that's not designed for the human body, no matter what. And although some people may live a life and not be affected by it, others have to reap the consequences of ingesting things that really ain't for us. And, um, so it's like, some people can get away with doing certain things, and some people gonna get slapped on that wrist as soon as you do it. So if what did it say? If we really want to get biblical about it, it was the berries, like he said, the berries and um, the fruits, the vegetables, the greenery, the live food that gives you electricity, the things that electrifies the body, not unalive things that don't have any nutrients, because the nutrients that we're looking for within those animals is the same nutrients that they're getting from the plants that they eat. We can just skip the whole process and go straight to the plants, right? And also, um, if we think about, you ever tried to cook some meat without seasoning it? You ever tried to cook meat without seasoning it? So in all actuality, it's like we really enjoy the seasoning, right? We enjoy the seasoning more than we actually enjoy the meats that we are ingesting. So, um, will herbs be nasty? Of course. I've had plenty that taste like tree bark and just make you want to throw up. Okay? But you don't have to go that deep in the beginning. Uh, you find things that actually aren't as bad on the taste. And you get yourself used to it. You wean yourself in. You don't just jump right into something, and because that's when we'll get overloaded and we'll give up. Like, it's going too hard too fast. It's too much. So just wean yourself off. Start trying new things, and once you get that sugar out of your system, like he said, once you get that good yes tomorrow. Once you get that sugar up out of your system and those cravings go away after that period of time, I think it's 7 days, then you will be able to ingest more bitters or things that's not sugary in there. And if you try to go back to sugar, you'll be like, that's too sweet. So just, I never thought about the Bible diet. Been in church all my life. Okay, so Ricardo just thank thank you, cousin. Cousin showed up for us. Cousin showed up for us. You got it right there, girl. Screenshot that, girl. Screenshot what he gave us to the dietary laws to live by. Leviticus 11, 1 to 43. He always come through. Yes. So, yep, that's okay. All right, it did. So, yeah, that's a good thing, a good way to live by, which is pretty much the same thing that we just told you today. Yeah. And changing your mindset. Got to change your mindset. Start believing in yourself more. Start standing up for you more. If you don't stand up for you, who gonna stand up for you? If you don't talk highly of yourself, think about, this is another thing, like with kids, like when we talk about parenting our inner child. When we think about a child that's on the outside of us, right, that we have or what have you, we are talking to that child and we'll be like, oh, I'm so proud of you. Oh, you did a great job. Oh, look at that. And it could be the simplest little thing. They could be done drew a little circle and they be like, look at this. You're like, oh my God, that is so great. Oh, you gonna be an artist when you grow up. we gonna pump their head full of lead, okay? But then when we get adults, what do people tell us? Oh, don't be too proud of yourself now. Don't act too haughty now. The same thing they told you when you was little. It's the same thing the world shuns you for when you become an adult. So you got to lift yourself up and be proud of yourself. Clap for yourself. You got to start talking more highly to your inner child. You know what I'm saying? You just came for me. You said, I started with taking no sugar in my coffee because I have to, wait a minute, because I used to have 3 teaspoons in my coffee, and then I have around 4 or 5 coffee a day. 4 or 5 coffees a day? Whoa! I hope you're talking about that big old mug that equal out to 4 or 5 cups. You drinking 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day? But now it's about 3 or 4 coffee a day with 0 sugar in it. Whoa! I thought my little 1 cup was doing something. And that creamer too. Another thing too, you got to be careful with the inflammation too, is dairy. Dairy is so bad for you. I don't know if you eat ice cream, but I'm gonna come for you again if you do, because it got all that butter in there, that dairy in there. Dairy is not good for you. Inflammation, it causes inflammation. It's coming from that same cow you just seen a couple minutes ago. You said, all of should read 4 chapters every day. If you do, you'll complete the Bible in 1 year exactly. Oh, wow. I love drinking coffee and green tea, cold with no sugar. Cold? Praise the Lord, you accountable, sis. Praise the Lord. I love, you my type of girl. I love taking accountability too. I love it. You like cold tea? I like hot tea. Only cold tea I like is that Arnold Palmer. Boy, that thing gets you in the chokehold. That Arnold Palmer, oh my goodness. But no, I ain't had none in a while, a couple months. You said that ain't fair. Well, you know what, baby? Favor ain't fair, right? We want the favor, and favor ain't fair. Even if that means it got to be unfair to us sometime, we gonna get the long end of the stick. We ain't getting that shorter. I don't even buy sugar in the groceries anymore. My cup is not the enormous version. It's the normal. Okay, so you drink a 4 to 5 normal cups. Okay, I thought you was putting like 4 to 5 cups inside of that big large one. Okay. That's a lot of coffee. Have you heard of that mushroom coffee? Trying to see if somebody know what it tastes like. What it tastes like. They say it tastes like regular coffee, but it's called mushroom coffee. And that's supposed to be good for you. Better for you than the coffee bean thing. I need a windmill emoji. What the windmill emoji for? You fighting the air. I don't get it. I like my water warm. I prefer warm water versus cold water when I drink it. But I will drink cold water. It's like that shot. It's something about that cold, that shot going to your body and stuff. So I like warm water better. And plus, when I used to have the IBS, that warm water, it helped tremendously with IBS. So, But yeah, I like warm room temperature. I can't handle cold or warm tea or coffee. It's got to be hot, 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 not just hot. What you mean? I keep coming for you. Girl, this message today was not just needed for you, but also for me. For me, most importantly, right? We all going through this transition together. So we gonna hold each other hand. We gonna cry about it, but we gonna get down to the solution and we gonna figure this thing out together. We in this to win this, right? You already a winner. So just think about it like that. You a champion. And you got this. Just keep your head up. Yes, you are divine. Yes. And God brought you here for a reason. Because he said it's time to get more serious about yourself. See, let me tell you something. There's a great shift in the atmosphere. It's a shift in the atmosphere. Oh my goodness. It's a shift going on in the atmosphere. We see it going around all around us every day. And people who don't really trust in God can get kind of caught up in the middle of it. They can put they can immerse their energy into what's going on around them. But one thing about it, baby, God said the first gonna be last and the last gonna be first. And if it takes for an uprooting such as this to help the last become the first and the first to get to the last, we got to stop playing small. It's time for us to get into our rightful position so that we can be ready, right? To get into position. We have to be prepared for the war, for the fight. You got to be prepared to stand on your throne. You have to be, we can't keep giving them the first no more because we want to play small. We don't want to sacrifice to get new. We don't want to do what it is that we have to do, right? We want that rightful position. We can't call God a liar in his word if we're not doing our part. He already set his part aside. And he leads me and he guides me and he tells you you are his own, right? He'll tell you his own. He gonna work with you. That is the beautiful part. And when he said that his rod and his staff gonna comfort you, he got a whole staff team, baby, that is right there with you at all times. The whole staff is there to help you. When you need some power in you, because you feeling low, you feeling weak, you say, Lord, put your super on my power. You call out, you cry out and ask God for what it is that you need in that moment to get you to that next place, to get you through your day. Whatever it is, you got to start talking to God. Open your mouth. If you won't cry out, guess what? The rocks will. Speaking of which, they said iron pills from the store is made from rocks. How sway? Allegedly. But yeah. You on social media? I tried Inca Spitfire. You on social media? I tried Inca coffee with no caffeine, but it's not just the same. It's like ice cream with no ice. Well, dang. I don't even know what Inca is, but okay. You said Inca coffee with no caffeine. Yeah. That sounds like that decaf. Yeah, decaf coffee. You said get more serious about me. Yes, yes. Get more serious about yourself. Take yourself more serious. God created us to shine. He created us to have an abundant life, to have a Garden of Eden experience. We kick our own selves out the garden when we try to do the wrong things, when we try to go against what he already said. I study the Bible every day and trying my hardest to keep the commandments. God knows your heart. He knows your heart. He know you mean well. And he know where your heart is. And he's not going to hold that against you. We all fall short of the glory, right? All you got to do is get back up. All you got to do is keep on going. Every day you get up and you fight, guess what? You coming on here and you spreading your goodness over here, right? You coming over here and helping. That right there is doing the Lord's work. You working for the Lord. Look at you in position. You showed up. You see, you never thought of the staff. Girl, that's a whole staff team, honey. You got your archangels. You got your, I ain't gonna tell everybody on the team, but I'm just telling you a little bit, okay? You got your angels. You got the archangels, okay? You got all of them. Who, you better go find out who them angels is he said it was. And they working on your behalf. That's his staff. The Bible, boxing, and Batman are my favorite things to follow. The 3 B's. Okay. Batman. That what you be doing? When I don't see you on these videos, you be out doing your Batman stuff. I know you be out there trying to save the world. Nah, just kidding. Poetry Unplug. Spitfire. Okay, that's your social media name? She said exactly. Is that your social media name? He said, I'm for real, sister. Staff forgetting not all his benefits. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. What you say? Wait a minute. Poetry Unplugged, Spitfire Shine. Okay, girl. What platform is that? I shouldn't have showed you that cow. Listen, we all got. Sometimes God gotta show us a little something sometime. You know, it wasn't even. I promise you that I wasn't even trying to come, but you must have needed to hear that. You must have needed to see. Okay, you must have needed to see that, cause that I wasn't even thinking about that cow thing. I seen that like a couple years ago. I seen that video one of them type of video. Matter of fact, was it on What the Health? You ever watched that movie or documentary? What the Health? Yeah, that movie kind of then was making me like, whoa, oh, okay, then what it is? Yeah, that one, especially when you think about them pigs and stuff and how they was doing them on there. And all I can remember was traveling down them roads down south, and all you feel is that hot heat, about 105 degrees outside, and all you smell is just funky pig, baby. Oh, that is the worst smell. I found a Bible study group here, and it live stream every day. We are reading the entire Bible, Genesis to Revelation. The channel is The Bible Said with Bible Girl, if anyone is interested. Okay, he just said something about if you wanted to read the Bible every day. I want to see you watch me do a poem. Okay, I'll watch it on there because I don't want to. If you ain't cussing in it, is you? I don't want to get blasted for the cussing. And I think I do a pretty good job with myself. Okay. So that's let me go back up real quick. Wait a minute, I missed it. Oh, the Bible said. Okay, there it is. The Bible said with the Bible girl. Yeah, y'all. So I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. Look at us on here for 65 minutes. Y'all, ooh, y'all need anything else from me today? Y'all want to talk about something else real quick before I go? Cause yeah, I got you, sis. You keep coming back over here, okay? Keep on coming back, and I promise you, God got something good in store for you. It's just right now, this is the process. So this is the part where it may seem hard, and when you're gonna get to the end, or but it's gonna be all. It's gonna all pay out for you. Trust me. And one day, you're gonna have your head so far in what you're doing, the process, like preparing yourself and doing everything that um God has told you to do. You're gonna look up and you're gonna be like, wow, I ain't been in pain in such and such amount of time, or oh wow, I'm able to do this which I wasn't able to do before. Hold on, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. Wait, you my new play, cuz I want you to have a pick in your mind. Okay, let me look at you up. I ain't your play cuz. I'm your real cuz, girl. We cousins. You part of the royal family, right? We is cousins. You are royalty, honey. We spirit beings first, then we have a soul and live in our bodies. So we real cousins. We real cousins. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. I had too many G's in there. I don't want to. I don't know if it's okay to put your face on here if you want me to show the camera, but I'm trying to see. No, there's a lot of people. Wait, is the open mic experience? I don't know. I don't know if I'm on the right one. That's the right one? Okay. Which one is you? Oh, I gotta find your name in here. Hold on. I don't see one with Spitfire around here though. I don't see one with Spitfire. Cause it's like a lot of people. White and pink top. White and pink. Do they got 723 followers? Is this your page? Oh, wait. No, this ain't no white and pink top. This just pink, and she got on pink sunglasses. Hold on, I'm scrolling too fast over to the thing. I don't see it. Now, see, when I want to see something, I can't see it. This the only girl I see. Her name, no, this ain't you. This is Sam Supreme. This ain't you. I don't see Spitfire. Oh, wait. Oh, that's a top. I thought that was a dress. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Is it okay to show your face? Because I don't. That's you? Yeah, that's you? Okay. I like that. I thought that was a dress, girl. That's cute. Okay. Wait, oh, I'm only seeing this one. Ma'am, where's the rest? I only see one with you. We got some work to do, hunty. We got some work to do. We gotta see some more stuff, honey. I want to see some more of you. I'm about to sit here and watch this whole thing, but yeah. Listen here, we ain't gonna let what you got going through, that you're going through, stop you. That's all part of the testimony, right? That test that you're going through is just a test. Because God's people gonna walk right out of it. The same thing that would have did something else the most. It's greatness attached to your name, okay? So I want to see some more from you, Spitfire. Come on, girl. We got pull it together. What, girl? You better you got confidence on there, okay? That is say 13 years ago. 13. Sis. What you scared of? What you scared of, sis? Let me tell you something. Even though you in your situation and you can't leave the house, start you a YouTube channel, your own YouTube channel for yourself. And as God gives you that spoken word or whatever it is that you're supposed to release, start making those videos for yourself. That's art. Do you know the talent that you're sitting on? I hope this ain't why God... Oh, Lord, listen. Sometimes when I don't do what I'm supposed to do, God spank me. He give me that spiritual spanking. I mean, that chastisement. Get over here. Get over here. Okay, you don't want to act right? I'm going to give you some act right. So while you in that place where you at, turn that camera on. It's all right. God has made it so good that you can do it right there where you at. Do you see me? You can do it right where you are. You don't have to be on the stage. You are front and center stage. You are the show. You see my tail getting toe up. Girl, listen, when you start surrendering and you stop fighting and look, because I'm gonna tell you something, and I tell this story all the time. But years ago, I knew I was supposed to say something to this girl. It just kept pulling at me, pulling at me, pulling at me. But she ain't talk. And I wouldn't talk her either. I stay to myself. I'm at my business, okay? And it kept nudging me, nudging me. And so this one day, it really nudged me. Like, go do it. I said, okay, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to go do it today. Time slipped by. The girl wound up leaving work early. Get back to work on Monday. This was a Friday. We get back to work on Monday. The girl died in an accident. And I don't know, but it just, something about that made me feel like the blood was on my hands. Because I had an opportunity to open my mouth and speak and give a word. I don't know what word God had for her in that moment. But it probably could have been a word that saved her. It probably could have. And the talent that you have, don't worry about your edges. It's all right. Show up as you are. What God say, come as you are, but you won't leave the same. And one thing about it too is get a covering. You see these things? Get a scarf. Put it on your head when you do it. You don't have to show your hair. You don't have to. But get on that camera. Start making videos and start doing the Lord's work. Seriously. No, for real. Seriously. Because, I don't know. It's just something about that story. Every time I think about it, it just do something to me. But it's a reminder as well. Even sometimes if I don't want to get on here, I know I got to get on here to help spread a word, to help share a message. Every time I get around people, I don't know what God is going to say to me. I mean, not say to me, but how God is going to use me to talk to the people. I don't know what message people need to hear when I'm out in public. But we got to be that willing vessel. We got to be a willing vessel at all times. And that talent right there, and you already online, girl, you better go ahead and get busy. Spitfire is the name of an airplane from World War II. It was devastating to the war of the air. Oh. To go from there, they can't hardly go out. You don't need to go out. All you need to do is to have a camera and set it up. I don't care if you got to set it up on your counter with, well, I don't know. I used to use all kind of stuff before I got an actual stand, but I used to use, I use something, a condiment or something to hold that thing up, right? The decorations in the middle of the table, I prop it up on there, you know what I mean? Did you hear what he said your name mean? Did you know that was the meaning of your name? And you ain't got to leave the house. Oh, you knew that was the meaning of your name? Okay. All right, well. Wow. What's up, Jeffrey? What's up? Oh, you knew that was the airplane, but you didn't know it's... Oh, my goodness. I'm having a headache. Oh, you knew that was the airplane, so, okay. Learn something new today. from World War II. The War of the Air. The airspace. You talking about airspace? That airspace like the one that Tyler Perry bought, airspace? Like that air? That what you talking about? Steven. They was fighting over air back then. They had to see who gonna get the control so they could charge for it. Mm-mm. Ain't that crazy? Even if you own a home, you only own so much airspace above your house. And you can get charged if you fly above that space that you permitted. Ain't that crazy? I love how you do your nails. They look like the claws of a bald eagle. Fresh from the... Huh? I don't do my nails. What do you mean? You like how I do my nails. They need to be done over. But what you mean? You like how... I ain't did nothing to them but polish them. I don't get it. You thought I shaped them or something? I don't shape my nails. It's just... That's the shape of them. That's how they... I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's how they grow. You said they come like that. No, these is my real nails. Lord, now y'all think I got no I ain't got no fake nails on. No. I got on real. Look, you see how short this one is? Because, I don't know. But I probably need to cut my cuticles. But these are real nails. They just need to be done over. They're real. Ain't nothing. Ain't no fake nails on there, girl. Oh, my goodness. Look, this one even little. You talking about a fake nail? Fake where? That was a good one. That was a good laugh. But no, they mine. I don't do well with fake nails like that. Because I don't like really long nails. Especially when, like, I think long nails is when you want to sit pretty and look cute. Right, God did my nails, right? And, so, this is how you do it when you got to get to it, all right? You got to keep them like this so you can be... When you constantly moving and constantly cleaning, I got to be able to grab. I got to, just like, get her, Sharkeisha. You got to be able to fold them up like this. No, let me stop. But for real, you got to be able to maneuver around, okay? And be able to wash dishes and all that. With my nails long, I'm going to be walking around like this. But yeah. You said yes, the Spitfire helped turn the tides of the war for airspace. Because if the enemy overheaded, can be devastating to the homeland. Oh. Okay. Okay. You better tell me a thing or three. I know. Never heard of it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, y'all. That's pretty much it. What time is it? So, I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. Look, she done talked about my nails. Who was that? He? She? Who they? Who said it? Him. Steven. Steven talking about my fake nails. Oh, goodness. I guess that means that's a good thing, though. Thank you, Lord. I will. I will. Yes, indeed. It sounded like it was real good. You said you're saying more than you know. Okay. Oh, you talking to him? Thank God for opening up your heart and sending you over here to listen to the word that you knew that you didn't know that you knew that you knew that you didn't know. Well, I don't know if you knew or not, but you know now that you need it. He's such a good God. Shalom, cousin Ricky. Or Ricky. Till next time, enjoy your evening. From my gut to my soul. Aww. God wants you to know how blessed you are and who you are and whose you are. Don't forget it. Don't you ever forget it. Whose you are. That's bigger than life. Right? Come from the creator of all creation. So, he got your back. You take action. Keep doing what you're doing. You got a whole new regimen now. If you need to rewind and listen to the video again and write down that regimen, I am too, probably. I don't know. And to implement it so that you can get on that right track and watch how God move. You know, when I started out on my healing journey, like, you know, the body, this lady, prophet, she told me, she said, you want to be healed? What did she tell me to start at? I think she said Matthew. She said, go read Matthew. And I'm like, look, I need some healing right now. You talking about going to read Matthew for? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. But I did it. I was obedient. But then I was like, man, forget this. I had to go talk to God myself, right? We got the direct relationship with God. I had to go talk to God myself. And I said, God, what is it going to take for you to heal me? What is it going to take? And he said, follow me. I know the way. Follow me. I know the way. I don't remember what movie that was from. But, in all seriousness, okay? In all seriousness, y'all. He had started showing me things. Oh, that was Lion King. Follow me. I know the way. But he started showing me things to help me heal. He started putting people on my path. When the Bible says seek and you shall find, right? That's the truth. When you start seeking, you're going to find it if your eye is on it and God is showing you, right? But now that receiving part, you have to be able to receive it when it comes to you. We should not be rejecting the instruction when it comes in. We have to receive it. Sometimes we be like, no, that ain't it. I want something else. Give me something else. Try another route. Okay, follow me. I know the way. And he put the same thing in front of you in a different way. Like, you gonna get this learning right here, okay? But yeah, you got this. Keep them doors unlocked to your blessings. Receiving, you know, whatever instruction it is. Taking action. And I promise you, this is a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And God is in the midst because he's always answering our prayers. He's always answering our heart's desires, right? He gives us our heart's desires, and our heart's are quenching for things sometimes that our flesh don't really understand. But he knows exactly what you need and when you need it. And yeah, all we have to do is continue to trust God. Either way, let's grow.